Pull up. Hey.
Did you they pull up on you? Who was you screaming at?
Tristan.
Oh.
Get the chicken out the oven and get Michael up.
It sounded like he was saying pull up.
I know. It's like you pull up on me.
So what's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
I'm good. Can't complain. If I
Is
did,
your Facebook page even active?
What'd you say?
Is your Facebook page even active?
Man,
Yeah.
I doubt it.
You know, every week I share this to your Facebook page.
We talked about this, and I'm gonna fix it after tonight.
Okay. How's everybody doing? How was y'all week? Nicole, you come out here looking, I'm saying, scrumptious.
Looking beautimous.
I ain't even do that much. Thanks. I just threw this together right quick.
Right
Thank
quick.
you. Yeah, right quick.
You woke up like this.
Yeah.
How was your week?
I don't know. I feel old. I feel like every day I'm turning into my mama. Like, not trying to say she was old. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like body wise, like getting out, like my back be hurting. I like for the majority of this week, I could not hardly walk. It's like my tailbone.
I was looking at the comment. Chat. I just saw our chat.
Oh, my tailbone, my hip bone, but like even laying down in the bed, but it don't hurt bad enough because I'll wake up in a different position, so that means it ain't hurt bad enough where it was waking me up out my sleep. But when I'm woke, I can't like turn over. I need one of the kids to help me get out the bed. If I'm sitting down, I need help getting up because the pain is bad. So I don't know what's happening. So yeah, that's how my week has been going.
Oh, okay. Jay, you been?
I was trying to adjust my my footrest, but yeah, my week been okay. I can't complain. Same old work. Yes, you know.
Yeah. I mean, my week was I was missing last week, of course. We had our football banquet. You know. I had came with my pistols today. I was finna just throwing shots at people, but you know.
Put them up. I actually been looking forward to this part.
I had offline conversations with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
you scared. This nigga scared.
Right. This nigga.
Right. That's what he is. He's scared. died. So I had all flat conversations with everybody. Of course, it was, no, that wasn't it. What do you mean? Never. So other than that, we've been.
At least we ain't had nobody else on the show. Like when I was gone, y'all had some girl all up trying to replace me when I wasn't there.
I don't recall that.
Oh, you don't recall? We'll rewind.
Roll clip producer.
Right. Remember? Because Legs was like,
No. What she talking about, we had two people on that day. She wasn't on there. I remember that day. We had it was Bridget and Tamara was on there.
Oh, well, shit. Every time I'm going to somebody else, I'm replacing me. Shit. Welcome to the
like
club.
who?
One time I was on, y'all had a whole special guest. Yeah, damn it. She stayed the whole show.
Wah.
We actually had enough decency to not bring another person to sit in your seat.
Y'all might as well. All y'all did was talk shit about me after that.
What are you talking about?
All I kept saying, fuck Beyonce. Who was Beyonce?
That was the end of the show. That's how we closed it. You know what I'm saying? That's how we say we love you. You took it the wrong way.
Right.
As I was saying about my week.
You read into that all wrong.
Right. So sensitive.
I spent most of my week trying to get ready for next week because I'm going to hang out with my pops for next week. So I'll be down in the great state of Mississippi for the whole week. But why are you looking like that, Nicole?
Like how long? Just 1 week?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be down there for the week. Mm-hmm. I'll just be down there for the week, and then I'll be back here that Friday. But I don't know if I'm gonna be. Look at that, Nicole.
Linnell.
I don't know if I'll be back in time for the show. My flight comes in at like 7:00 next Friday. So like, depending on who I get to pick me up at the airport. I ain't never been in an Uber, so maybe I'll just try to, go from my phone wherever we at and come in. Like I said, I don't. Maybe I just go in the back office and give y'all a chance to just be talking that shit.
We wait till
we see how sensitive you are. We
very. I keep telling y'all that. I tell people that I'm very sensitive. I don't know why people think I'm anything but.
Keep it being. I don't really give a fuck about him being sensitive. Nigga, do it to me.
That's not true. I never talk about you. I'm always in your corner. I'm always on your side, on your team. I'm always
you just keep your memory alive so the people wouldn't forget. Okay, stop crying.
Nicole, you look froze. You right?
I'm good.
That was that she don't give a fuck either. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't shit. Don't worry about it. I got y'all covered.
I had spaced out. I wasn't even listening to y'all. But I might be coming to Chicago though. Yeah. Maybe next week. But you gonna be in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, what's next? What's the dates for next week?
I'm leaving here on the 12th. I'll be back on the 17th.
What's today? Friday? Not next week, the week after. Not next week, the week after.
Okay. And what the hell is he saying? We are though? What?
He's saying we here though. You gonna be gone, but the rest of us still gonna be here.
Nobody want to see him.
So you'll be back.
See you, Otis.
Right. What the hell? Christmas week. Yeah, so you tell me you're gonna be here the week of Christmas?
Week before.
Possibly.
Just you, or you bringing my niece?
I don't know what Christmas is. I don't know what week Christmas is. Christmas in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the week of Christmas, yeah.
Okay. How long you gonna be here for, you know?
Maybe a week. I mean, I work from home, so.
Okay. Hey man, tell Strong Hand to calm down.
All right now.
So Christmas acting Malcolm. What? Okay. Ain't nothing new really popped up this week. I ain't had no big things going on besides what we wanted to talk about. I did read the comment Nicole put in the group on the page.
Yeah, that was kind of like a little test of the waters because I'm like, okay, I can do multiple of those, like boom, boom, boom. See how people react. Nobody's like, I had one person from my page share it, but nobody's like interacting. And I thought that was interesting.
You gotta give them a chance. You gotta give them a chance.
What was it posted?
The one about the am I the asshole about the steak?
I didn't see that.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't see it.
Give me 1 second. I'll bring it up and I'll read it to you. It was I'll just read it to you so you can see it because I can't. I didn't really have. I won't say I didn't have an opinion, but I'll see how you rock with it. Let's see if I can grab it real quick. It was and the gist what it was is a guy he cooks, and he made.
They had a friendsgiving.
I got it. All right, so it says we did a bit of an extravagant friendsgiving this year. As I lucked into a strip loin of A5 Wagyu for a price that was unorthodox levels of cheap. My friend works for a high-end meat distributor and received it as a gift. Oh, the meat man. It was a tight-knit event with only 10 of us there. Mostly couples, including my friend who only started dating the girl within the last couple months. We had an array of dishes, but I was responsible for cooking the meat. Steak is about the closest thing I have to a religion, and I take it very seriously. The average steak for me takes about 4 to 5 hours to prepare and cook. From the sous, I don't know, is sous vide? Is that how that says?
Is sous vide.
Sous vide.
Yeah, okay. Tristan had to correct me. I'm like, okay. What did I say? Vide, and he said vide.
Okay, like, so from the sous vide to the cast iron to plate, though sometimes I take as much as 3 to 4 months butter aging or dry aging my meats to be as certain that they are perfect. These are genuine A5, so I only sous vide them after cutting them into 2-inch steaks. There was pretty perfectly enough for one each, but I also made jerk chicken, mandarin duck breast, and a nice cut of jerry jalapeno salmon. I had quite the spread. I sous vide them to medium rare to be sure the fat was well rendered, but informed them that if absolutely necessary, I bring them up to medium on request. Well, here comes the new girl to the group. She sees the first person cut into their steak and sees pink, and she is just mortified. Immediately, she asks him of eating raw meat and stresses that the steak should be brown all the way through or else you'll get sick. I informed her that this wasn't the case and that these steaks were actually cooked to the ideal temperature for the cut. She immediately demanded that I cook hers till it was brown all the way through, and I firmly said, not a chance. She proceeded to get angry and yelled that it was her steak and she should have it how she liked. I told her there were plenty of other meats to choose from, as well as a plethora of side dishes that she could have, but her steak was not being made well done in my house. She said, fucking asshole. Then she got up and started to stick the steak in the microwave. I shot up and grabbed it out of her hand first, at which point half of the steak fell onto the ground. My dogs quickly got to it, which I said, well, at least it went to someone who wouldn't shit on a good steak. From there was definitely tension from that end of the table. They ate a little bit, then hurriedly left. Since then, my longtime friend and his new girlfriend have blocked me on social media and my phone number. They've even gone so far as to block the rest of the people at the table and cut off all ties. Yesterday, I received a PayPal invoice from my old friend for $25 that just said, pay for dry cleaning of her dress. I don't think anything actually spilled on her. I think it's just more drama, but as of now, I'm ignoring it and unfortunately probably washing my hands clean of an old friend. Am I the asshole here? Edit. I should have stated that a menu was sent weeks in advance with the express point that if someone wanted their steak cooked to a higher temperature, I'd really go to the grocery store and get some USDA prime for them.
I think he's stupid. All that he talking about, how he renders it and sous vide. I don't give a care. I don't care how he aged the butter. I don't care. I eat my food how I like to eat it. I don't like no undercooked food. I ain't never had no, I cook my steak well done and it don't be like leather, like people who eat raw meat try to act like it's tough. My steaks don't be tough. They be falling off the bone, but they be brown in the middle. I don't eat raw food. And I think it's ridiculous that he got up. If it was cut, if everybody had their own individual steak, how you gonna make her eat something? Her stomach might not take it. Just because you eat it and you say it's safe levels, that don't mean she like them. Just like salmon, some people like salmon a little bit undercooked. I don't like fishy tasting fish, so I need my salmon cooked. I just thought it was ridiculous. I think he was an asshole. I think what I would have done if I was her, I've been to places, okay, where, we do bar mitzvahs and stuff and they feed us. And sometimes they'll have little slider burgers. And I just know because of the type of people that are there, this meat finna be gushing blood when I cut into it. And it does. I just don't eat it. I probably would have eaten something else. And since these were all our steaks, I would have pretended like I was just too full and took me a plate home and finished cooking the damn steak to my liking when I got home. But I wouldn't have said anything to him. But I think it's ridiculous that he smacked it out her hand.
I I think
she don't have to try it. I don't like raw food. And how you gonna make me eat a steak or eat something else? What if she don't eat chicken? I'm just saying, what if she don't eat chicken?
Yeah, I said, but why
you talking about eat something or eat before? First of all, she's a guest, so she had no idea about no menu.
Why are you fighting this much, dude?
I'm not fighting, but I'm just saying people be killing me because you like it a certain way. You can't force me to try it just because you think that's how it should be eaten. I eat food to my palate and how I like it. Don't if you that anal and sensitive about your food, cook for your damn self. What if everybody there?
But he did cook for himself.
No, he cooked for 10 people. It was a friend's anniversary. So if you cooking for other people, whatever. If you cooking for other people, you can't be mad that they don't want it the way you like to taste it, or this steak was too expensive to cook it all the way. What the hell? All I'm saying is, if everybody at that table, let's just say everybody at that table was like, oh, they didn't say anything, but they was just like, oh, I don't like my meat pink. So they just ate something else. He would have been offended.
A few weeks ago, how you go cooking. Now, if you put the menu out and said that, and the thing is,
but she's a guest. Hey, so she didn't get no menu.
But putting the menu out, did the menu state that it was going to be medium or medium well or medium rare?
The menu, from what he said, and he said if you want yours cooked to a higher temperature, basically well done, that he would just go to the store and get a steak for you that would be cooked well done.
Exactly, yeah. But he did state she's the new girl. She was a +1. I'm pretty sure he ain't sent her no damn menu.
Hold on a second. Little Nell, Beyonce ain't saying nothing. I'm right here.
I'm passionate. I'm not upset or nothing like that. So Nicole, namesake, I'm not jumping on you or anything. I just get passionate. No, so I apologize. I'm not. Stop trying to start shit and instigate. Stop trying to instigate. But all I'm saying is, even if I'm at somebody else's home, if I don't eat nothing, and maybe that comes from me growing up, I don't eat a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to go to your house just because you cooked and you're going to force me to eat some chitlins if I don't eat chitlins. You know what I'm saying?
This is the thing. He wasn't forcing her to eat the steak. It was just the fact this is how it's cooked here. If you don't want it, you don't have to eat it.
But she did want it. When I used to eat meat, I loved steak. He should have let her pop it in the microwave and talk about her ass behind her back.
That's where it went wrong. When he grabbed her, when she went to put it in the microwave. Once you served her food, what she do with it after that is on her.
No, but he don't have microwave safe plates.
I don't want to hear that shit. Whatever his issue was, he was wrong. He was wrong when he grabbed the plate from her. Dead ass wrong. I don't give a fuck how you want to slice it. in no restaurant could he ever have done that. That's beyond unprofessional.
But in no restaurant can you get up and go put your food in the microwave.
But you can send it back and they gonna cook it well done, even if
Right.
they mad.
Exactly.
Even if they offended, they gonna cook that steak
most
well
They're gonna
done.
make that shit a piece of leather.
Yeah,
You go
but
there,
honestly,
take that
that's
plate,
what they do
stick it
in
on
most
there and just let it
restaurants,
cook.
most steak places. If you order a steak well done, they burn your shit on purpose because they feel like you destroying the meat if you're cooking it well done. So most
I ain't never had that issue.
most of them, not all of them, and that depends on the chef.
Yeah.
You go there and you one of the motherfuckers that's passionate about the food like him, they'll burn your shit on purpose.
But my whole thing is, if you that sensitive, what if everybody there passed on the steak? They didn't say anything. They just looked at it and was like, "Oh, I don't like pink," so they ate everything except that damn steak. He would have been offended because nobody ate it.
He wouldn't have nobody to be mad at but his damn self.
But he cooked it the way it's supposed to be cooked.
He could have been mad because he gave them the option if they wanted that shit another way. I'll get you something else. Or I'll make sure.
Yeah, I would go buy a cheap steak, but still, he still would have had all this great steak going away.
It costs $20 and one that costs $100.
$20 is a cheap steak.
Who would have known? Who would have known?
And most of them ain't ate nothing but cheap steak. They ain't never ate nothing else.
And that's my whole point. I just feel like it's ridiculous to try to force.
They wouldn't have had no tomahawk all well done.
I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous if you paying or not. If you cooking for me, that's just like if my boyfriend is cooking for me and he feels like because I'm cooking for you and you're not paying, this is the way it should be cooked and this is how you should eat it. I don't eat pink meat. So now you're gonna be mad at me for not eating it.
You ever been with a white man before?
I have not.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that rang true.
Y'all so absolutely wrong.
Shaggy said she wouldn't have wasted that expensive meat on novices.
And see, that's that snob stuff.
Y'all done pissed Nicole off today, goddammit.
Oh, the meat should be it should be eating this way. How you gonna tell me? I know how people say steak should be. That don't mean I don't understand how the steak should be cooked. I don't like it that way.
Nicole, you ain't never got to stay quiet, sweetie. Go ahead and voice your opinion.
Okay, I quit. I'm gonna let somebody else. I just thought it was ridiculous. I was the whole time I was reading it, and he was talking about how A5. I don't care. I puree and vide or whatever how you pronounce it. This and it should be cooked this way. It was cooked to perfection to your liking, and maybe they teach you that in school. I don't give a care. If it don't taste good to me, or if I'm dry heaving while I'm eating, it's already a dead animal. Cook it.
Okay.
All right.
I like my steak medium well myself, so I mean,
I'm a medium well person.
Yeah, I'm a medium well person myself. So me, I just wouldn't have ate it. If I'd have sat at the table and you cutting yours and it was pink, I'd be like, all of them like this? Yeah, nah, bro, you can have it. I would. Excuse me, but I don't really eat steak when I go to other people's houses. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm really know them, because everybody cook their things their own way.
Ew. She said it's amazing a little pink. Ugh.
Honestly, I find that if you get the right restaurant, a medium well is really good. But
no,
some places
only thing pink I eat, get up and walk away when I'm done.
Some of that be purple.
Y'all share this podcast with a female. It's disgusting.
Right next door to Rosebud. What up, cousin?
Right, just nasty.
You good, man? What? We ain't gonna turn this into that type of show. I'm gonna be quiet.
It's a family. This is like a semi-family show.
We got information we talk about today. We got to get into something totally different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted
So now had to ask that question about the girl. Oh,
I
come
didn't
on
see
now,
what I
Neil.
did see. Hey, and I was happy. Did y'all see that one video? You know how them guys been running up in the house behind women. The one in Atlanta when he ran,
I
he got
love that video right
And
me
there.
them,
too. And they
and them
stomped
two
his ass
dudes.
up.
Got on his ass. He got what he deserved.
He got what he deserved on that. I don't know what video Linnell was talking about, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's this girl. She was talking about how, how men be asking, what do you bring to the table or what do you have to offer? And she said she had to be honest with herself. She didn't have anything to offer a man besides coochie. But that's her own personal journey. That's her. She was saying how because she's a single mother and she's tired, so she can't really offer him a nurturing home and all the other things she was just saying within herself she wasn't able to do because she was so beat down and all she do was go to work, come home. This she couldn't really offer him her. But that's her. I don't feel that way. I'm a single mother. I still can
Oh,
offer a nurturing
Linnell
home.
says men have nothing to offer either.
I mean, that's not true. It depends on what it is you want. So it depends on what you want. Then you will see if they have something to offer. If you just looking for a man to finance everything and he can, then that's what he has to offer. If you're looking for a woman that can run the household, then that's what she has to offer. If you're looking for a woman that can add to your dream or your vision and that can help you build, she has something to offer.
I don't want to take this conversation an hour long talking about that. So
I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand.
What don't you understand?
Well, it always take a woman to be honest and let everyone know the real. What about men? What do you mean? What about men? What does that mean?
What do you think y'all have something to offer?
I
me
think it's
personally, hell yeah.
I think it's situational. I think it's case by case. Some men do, some men don't.
I really think it's on a person to person basis. I still think because you
Y'all
have
just said the
some
same thing.
men, huh?
Y'all just said the same thing.
Yeah, but right, but I'm elaborating. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if a man, you made me lose my train of thought.
If you
Ah,
are looking for someone to offer you something, you need to be alone. I don't agree with that.
it's interesting. That's an interesting take. If you're looking for someone to offer you something, you need to be alone. Meaning that you should get it on your own. Don't look for a handout. Like I
Yeah,
with that.
Well, not
I'm.
it's
The way
not
that you
always a
interpret it.
handout.
No. But the thing is, if you're looking for somebody to offer you something, you're looking for help.
No, what if I'm looking for companionship? I ain't looking for help.
You're looking for
That's
help
what you,
with companionship.
no, companion, that's not help. I'm just looking for somebody
You're
that I
looking
can
for
grow
the
old
support
with, or someone that I can grow old with, that's like a good friend. You're a good homie level friend.
Does
Somebody I can take trip with. That I don't need anything from you, but that would be nice to have. And
does
that's all. And that don't mean I can't have companionship with
understand you
myself.
need companionship? Does support sound better? Is the verbiage what's throwing it off?
Yes, support is because companionship doesn't mean support.
No. What I'm saying is, when I say you need help with companionship, would it be better if I were to say you need support with companionship? Is the
No,
verbiage on you off? Because you need basically saying you need you whatever it is that you lacking, you need help with.
nobody said you need it. You want it. There's a difference.
Okay, whatever you're lacking, you want help with. Whatever you want to call it, you want help or support in that area.
No, but companionship is not nothing you need support in. I don't need nobody to help me in companionship. They don't even go together. They don't. I see what you're trying to do here, but that don't go with companionship. Nobody needs help in companionship unless you don't know how to be a companion. I know how to be a companion, so I don't need you to help me be a companion. I want you to join me.
Support.
They can be married to a man, make 35 a year, or have a job to make 15, but that's for the rest of their life. I think my thing about it is, if I bring somebody into my life in a relationship at this point, I am looking for them to offer something. Not that I need them to offer anything, but I am looking for them to offer something because I'm real big on partnership. You know what I'm saying? Us working together. So I'm looking for them to offer me that same, you know what I'm saying, that I don't want to say drive, but the fact that we are a team in this. So I'm looking for them to have my back. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for them to be my right hand. You know what I'm saying? But no matter what's going on, to know that I have somebody that I can count on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on. So I don't know if that's saying that if I'm looking for that I need to stay by myself or whatever. But I just maybe it's I'm not looking for them to offer it. I'm just expect. That's what I expect. So
it's a difference, though. That's a difference.
Companionship is the state of spending time with someone or having someone to spend time with.
I had somebody ask me to marry them, and I didn't even have a job at the time, but they had money. They didn't need me, but they was like, I don't need to love you. He said, I don't need to love you in order to marry you, but we get along. So we could be great together because we're good friends and we get along. But I was like, no, I need love.
Well, he may not have needed you for love, but he needed you for something.
Who are you saying needs to be alone, Linnell?
He just liked me.
He liked you enough to say, marry me. He needed you for something else.
No. Everybody ain't like that.
He needs you for that medium way.
Everybody ain't innocent either. Everybody got an ulterior motive. Everybody.
I believe that.
Including you. And
I
me,
don't.
and
I don't.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not. I do not have an ulterior motive.
They still Michelle's and Obama's.
I do not have an ulterior motive.
You don't necessarily have to be in relationships, but in life, when you do certain shit, most people have ulterior motives. I won't even say most people.
I don't have an ulterior motive in relationships.
I don't believe that.
But I'm sure there's another part of your life where you
don't believe that. Motive. That's not true.
I said me.
I'm talking about you. Everybody's looking for something. You're looking for something. You just said it yourself. You're looking for companionship. It don't have to be a bad thing. An ulterior motive don't mean that it's
bad. It's bad. Right.
Ulterior motive is a bad thing.
No,
it's not.
Yeah, it is. Ulterior motive means that you're doing something. An ulterior motive to me means that you're doing something only to get something out of it. That's the only reason why you're doing it.
That's not a bad thing. Why do you go to work?
We're not talking about work. No. I know I go to work just to get paid, but when I'm in a relationship with somebody, or when I give people, let me tell you something. Let me finish. Or when I give people money, when I loan people money, when I loan people money, I don't loan it to them or give it to them. I actually don't expect to get it back. So guess what? 9.5 times out of 10, I never get it back. I don't help people because I want them to help me in return, or I think, if I do this for them, they're going to do this. I don't have an ulterior motive when I help people.
Who said anything about that? I said in a relationship. You get into a relationship.
No, said no. He threw out the job about the question about why do you go to work? So that leaves it open for everything that you do.
No, that's a specific. You go to work because you want to get paid. You have your motive for getting into a relationship. You said it yourself. It's for the companionship. That's your reasoning for doing all.
I did not say that. I didn't say my motive. I was giving an example. If somebody was getting in a relationship, what if it was for companionship and not for money? I didn't say I only get in relationship for companionship. I'm not even interested in a relationship right now. I was giving an example of, besides monetary reasons, something that's not tangible.
Yes, Nicole, it seems negative. That's why people are all, I'm saying, they get up and argue and you say they have ulterior motives, that they think they're doing something that's
underhanded.
Right. And that's not necessarily
what you do that shit with your kids.
Who does that with their kids?
People in life.
Some people maybe.
You've probably done it too. Did you tell your kids Santa Claus was real?
Never.
Did you tell kids?
They never believed Santa Claus was real. They knew you can. I never have. They never believed in Santa Claus.
Never told them none of that shit that kids believe in.
No. You want me to call Tristan in here?
All right.
Never.
Okay.
I wanted them to know I was buying it.
Okay.
But there's no such thing as a pure motive, Nicole.
I don't agree with that.
What?
Explain.
You don't agree with what?
That there's no such thing as a pure motive.
I didn't say no such thing. I said no such saying.
Oh, I thought you said no such thing.
No, I said there's no such. She's saying, because she said ulterior implies negative. And so the next thing she said, pure versus ulterior. That's it's that simple. And I was saying there's no such saying as, you know, you have a pure motive. People don't say that. You say ulterior motive. That's what you say all the time.
It's pure intentions when you're doing good.
Right.
Shit.
They say right. Pure intentions.
Right. But
so
we don't say pure motive. There's no saying is that. That's why.
Well, pure intent.
Ulterior motive just gets the saying all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not
pure intentions. Well, she was still on to something. Pure intentions versus ulterior motives.
No, the thing is, they're pure motives also. I'm just saying when we speak, there's not a saying that says, you had some pure motives or whatever. You just use ulterior motives. It's the de facto what you fall to. There's this facto.
I ain't never heard nobody say ulterior motives in a good way.
That's because every time they say, you just automatically take it negatively. You just automatically take it negative because of how it comes out, because you have a negative connotation for it anyway.
But I've never heard it in a positive way where it's like, oh, it was nice. I've never heard it. I ain't taking it away.
In a positive way about you in a relationship.
How?
When I thought you said that you was getting into a relationship for companionship, I said that would be your ulterior motive for getting into a relationship. That's not negative.
Yeah, but that's not an ulterior motive. Can somebody look up ulterior motive and read the dictionary?
Being beyond what is seen or avowed, intentionally kept concealed.
Right. And that's why it's not a good thing. I wouldn't keep that concealed from somebody that I want companionship from you.
Nicole, what I'm saying is, in society now, it's the de facto phrase that we fall to for everything. It's the blanket phrase now. So it's not always used in the dictionary meaning for when they say, oh, you got an ulterior motive to get into that. That's why when a person say, man, everybody got an ulterior motive to get into a relationship, they don't necessarily mean, oh, you hiding where you get. They're saying everybody has their own reason for getting into a relationship.
Yeah, but it's not an ulterior motive. You have your reasons for getting into relate. It's not an ulterior motive. Didn't you just read what the meaning is? That means a hidden, intentionally kept concealed.
Okay.
Being beyond what is seen or avowed. So that's not right. Yeah, everybody has a reason for doing stuff, but everything is not an ulterior motive.
But this is the thing. If we go to it, and I wanted to prove the point, you could, because even if it's for companionship, you don't go into a relationship telling that person, I'm getting into this relationship for companionship. You shut your mouth about the reason you're getting with the person. Whatever it is, when you get into a relationship, you don't sit down and tell a person your reason for getting with them.
No, nobody sits down and say, hey, the reason why I'm going to say, yes, I'll be your girlfriend is for this. But you do have those conversations when they say, hey, what do you love about me? What do you love about this relationship? The companionship. You're this, you're that. It's not hidden.
I got a question. When do you don't get to that conversation when you first got into the relationship? The reason that you got into it, you kept it to yourself. That was a secret. It was hidden. It
wasn't a secret. It wasn't a secret because 9 times out of 10, most people don't get into a relationship for companionship. They might go further and get married. You get into that,
I said everybody has their own reason, and you don't give your reason when you get into a relationship.
Most of the time, people do.
No, you just said it yourself. You don't get that reason until you've been in it, and then you had that conversation down the road.
Listen. I understand you're trying to find a loophole,
I'm not
but it
trying
ain't
to
right.
find a loophole.
You are trying to find a loophole, but it ain't right. It ain't right
because your understanding is lacking.
No, my understanding is intact.
It's not.
Wait, did you say it's lacking?
Your understanding is lacking.
My understanding is intact.
Not at all.
You're trying to find a loophole, and I get it, and I'll let you have it because you're gonna be telling me to shut the fuck up in a minute.
You knew it was coming, didn't you?
Oh shit! Stupid. Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
And thank you, Nicole. Companionship is an obvious reason, but okay. It's an ulterior motive now, apparently.
Honestly, in all honesty, getting into a relationship with somebody, like specifically with women, you're not gonna come out and tell a man everything you're looking for in a man, because then you're gonna feel like he only doing those things because you told him that, right?
Nicole said that.
No, you don't. Sometimes women do, because they'll ask you, so what do you like? And women fall for it and tell them what kind of man they like.
Telling you shit. Find out yourself.
Who said
you
that?
Said that.
When did I say that, Lavelle?
Hey, we got the tape.
Roll it back.
Roll clip.
I'm close to telling you.
Roll clip.
Hey, you that close from getting it.
If I got the
first 3 zips one more time.
Hell no.
Shaka, there's nothing wrong with being upfront about wanting companionship. We're not saying that you're supposed to hide it. We're just saying most of the time you don't go into the door saying, hey, I want companionship. I want you here with me. Especially women don't tell men that because they feel that they'll use it against them. They'll be trying to do stuff just because they figure that's what the woman wants, and they won't be genuine. At least that's what the couple of women I've talked to have told me. Nicole might feel differently.
I do feel differently. They tell you that now,
right.
but I bet you. But I bet you 9 times out of 10,
sir.
I bet you 9 times out of 10, they still tell the guy that, oh, I'm looking for a guy that's this. I don't want a liar. I don't want this. They still tell it. They might say out their mouth, because they know when you're not in those stages of liking somebody, you can think clearly and say, yeah, I wouldn't tell a guy this because then he gonna send his representative. But what do you do when you meet somebody you like? Women talk too much, be oversharing all the time.
Okay, I've been trying to get off this topic, but Nicole don't want to go nowhere.
No, I'm done.
Since she got her other Nicole, and Nicole in the comments and got a little soft. She's just trying to get on your good side since you jumped on her earlier.
I did not jump on her.
Oh, girl, you jumped on her. You caught her with some of them. You dusty roads her.
I thought you were gonna be the one coming out fine. Nicole came out the gates hollering at everybody.
Everybody.
You sit down. You shut up. No, that ain't right. Goddammit.
Get into a relationship, and you don't tell them the reasons why you get into the relationship until you get some time into the relationship. You got to feel it out first. There's always something hidden.
But we're not talking about somebody not mentioning that they married but separated. We talking about
that could be an ulterior motive, because you know if you throw that out there,
right? Exactly. But that's not a good thing though. Bad thing.
Depending on who you're dealing with.
Bad thing.
All right, let's kind of move on, y'all. We wanted to talk about NFTs today. Jeez, we've been here damn near 45 minutes. Ain't mentioned the end or nothing, except for Nicole. Only end we didn't mention is Nicole. Nicole. She ain't even supposed to be talking. She said she wasn't going to talk today. And what's she doing? Just talking. Not you, the other Nicole.
Oh.
She's doing the comments. But hold up. We missed you too, Nicole.
We did. Where you been? Where you been at?
Where you been?
I don't know. She just out in the street. She ain't heard from her nothing. You know we need our token.
Oh. Just so disrespectful.
Speaking of, where's your football counterpart?
I don't know what Joey had today.
I got some words for his ass. He picked a fine time not to show up.
I'll pass it along to him. I'll let him know that you were looking for him. I'll make sure he checks in next week so you can go ahead and talk to him.
Yeah, I got to tell him something.
All right. So what we wanted to talk about this week, y'all, if y'all didn't read from the title of it, is we want to talk about NFTs. You never met our other tokens, Nicole? I'm gonna make sure. Okay, so you got to check in next week. We got one that comes in here. His name is Joey. We got another one.
Netherlands.
The Netherlands. He check in. He be on the YouTube stream. So we have to get him in over there. But we gonna get you in on it. We're gonna get a little group for all our tokens. Make sure we get a network.
We got to get them their own icons so they can just
icons.
They token if it fit. Actually, it could be crypto. Get them a crypto token.
Get a crypto token for them. Okay, Joey bearded like you were, but Joey wife will kill you.
So Joey bearded. He not married, is he?
Joey got a beard, boy. He look like Santa Claus. That beard.
He married.
Something like that.
See, ulterior.
Joey is really married. He ain't Joey married. He white boy. He old white man married. You know what I'm saying? When he in love with his wife when she around.
Okay, the NFT. Gonna get somebody in trouble.
Right, he ain't watching this shit with his wife.
She my buddy too, so she be trying to give him away. That's how you know they love each other. You know what I'm saying? They like you and my mom and daddy was. She come around, she be sending them to people. Go ahead, get them. That's people who ain't worried about them. Nicole, the only one got your back. You think y'all got the same names, so with y'all kindred spirits now?
We are.
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna say, shut up. Let's move on then. Pure intentions, okay. I had ulterior motives bringing that up.
Right.
Damn, we wanted to talk about NFTs real quick, just because I think it's a great space. That's
and Nicole, real quick, the real spelling of my name is the same way you spell your name. I just wanted her to know that the real way I spell my name is the way you spell it. Sorry.
Oh, she hit you with a duh.
She wasn't talking to me.
She was talking.
She wasn't. That dub been there. Don't even try. That dub been there.
Duh, I know that.
Whatever.
I know you ain't gonna pick that. I know you.
Oh, y'all some instigators.
Nah. I'm trying to clean it up. Nicole number 2.
That dub been there. She was talking to Lavelle when she said dub.
Nah, right. Nicole with the C. You was talking to Nicole with the K.
Right. I was thinking about putting Alex in that space also. So we can talk about NFTs really, I guess, a couple minutes, get it out there. Jay is our resident researcher. So like anytime I'm gonna tell y'all now, if y'all want to know something about anything, if he don't know it, just kind of shoot him a message. He'll spend the whole week coming up just finding out everything about it, YouTube and Google searching and go. He don't go to the library no more because I guess the library wasn't popular when he was a kid. So he does everything at home in front of his computer, but he's more the researcher. I'm more of a physical person. I will go to the library still. I don't know if that dates me and says I'm old, but I just like being around books. So
library.
Yeah, they still got libraries.
Still use the card catalog.
Yes, we still use the card. I just asked the librarian though, hey, where's this book at? With that. So what we want to talk about NFTs, for those who don't know what it is, the word NFT means a non-fungible token. Basically meaning that it's one of one. What fungible means that it can't be the easiest way to explain it is to say like a dollar is fungible because I can trade a dollar for a dollar. I can give you a dollar, you can give me back a dollar, and I traded the same thing for itself. Whereas when something is non-fungible, that it can't be exchanged for something of itself
because it's unique.
Because it is unique, so it can't be traded for something of itself. So like one is only one of one with that. So that's what it is with the space. I don't know which way we should go starting off first. I know Nicole had a question she was asking us in the back when we first started. If you want to jump there, or however y'all want to just bounce around for a minute, where you want to start at?
I don't. I think maybe you need to explain what it is, because my question, after they know what it is, I mean, you know what it means, but now, like, I guess give examples of what it is, how it can be used.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'll say is initially, while I was sick, I had nothing to do but research. So I don't want to say I stumbled upon it because I knew about it beforehand, but I started watching a lot of videos about it and I saw how much money was being made in this space. And I also noticed that maybe 7, 8, maybe even 10 years ago, right when crypto was becoming a thing, uh, we had an inkling. When I say we, I mean me and Lavelle had an inkling on maybe we should get in on this. And just to put things into perspective, at the time, Bitcoin, I believe one Bitcoin was like $500. Right now, one Bitcoin is 60,000. It just took a dip. One Bitcoin is $60,000. So
I think it's down to 47 right now, just today.
Bitcoin, I don't think it's that low. Okay. Bitcoin ain't that low. But either way, even if it is 47, 500
it started at 5
in 9 years. You know what I mean? So just think about that in perspective. So when I started to read up on the NFTs, I'm like, okay, well, let me research it and see what these actually are. Lavelle explained that non-fungible tokens, majority of them come in the form of avatars, gifts, video game. Like, think about this: if you have a kid or a nephew or anybody that plays video games, something like Fortnite, for example. If you've ever purchased them skin on Fortnite, you've actually already purchased an NFT.
The only difference is those ones you can't take them off the game. They belong to you, but it's just in that game. The only way you can use it.
Correct. Okay, and today Bitcoin is 48,000, so I stand corrected. But NFTs in the space that I'm looking at, that we've been looking at, they're basically avatars, and there were quite a few people that got on. That NFTs have been around for about 6 or 7 years or so. They've been around for a little bit of time.
They've been around for a minute. They came out right around I did, because I got it in my phone, the first one, but keep going, Jay.
Yeah, so this was an opportunity, especially why they're not as expensive as they will be, considering how Facebook or Meta is working on the metaverse, and there's also another metaverse called Decentraland or some shit like that. But with the way that everything is going to be virtual, basically. And I, for one, felt like this was something that within our circle, we couldn't miss the train on this one. And I won't say that we missed the train on crypto, specifically Bitcoin. But right now, obviously, $48,000 for one Bitcoin. I don't think any of us just got 48 grand sitting around about Bitcoin. So while we can get into NFTs, while it's still relatively affordable for us, I feel like it's good now to get into it, learn about it. If you make mistakes now, it's not going to be as costly as it would be if you try maybe 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 years down the line. So there are tons of projects. There's a lot of stuff that you need to research. But basically, in a nutshell, this is something that I feel that within our circle and within Opinion Nation that I think everybody should do a little bit of research on. It could set you up for life where you won't have to do whatever it is you do for 9 to 5 unless you want to. There are little avatars that are probably the size of these boxes you see myself, Lavelle, and Nicole in, that are going for over $100,000. There's some that are going for millions, multi-millions. I think the biggest one sold with just the avatars. There's other pieces that are sold for more, but the actual avatars were the biggest one sold, I believe, was for $70 million. So it's a lot of money to be made. And also, to put this in perspective, I know Shaka said that she was thinking about putting Alex into this space. There's a 12-year-old girl who created her own NFTs, and off of her own NFTs, she made $4 million. So just to put that into perspective, you don't have to be the greatest artist of all time. Honestly, all you really need is an audience, and you can push your word out. You can go far in the creation of the space, but you can also use NFTs to trade, like in the stock market. So you'll watch and see how they trend. You know, some in it it goes up and down, it fluctuates, just like the stock market. So it could turn into a job for you as well, but it can be extremely lucrative.
So my question was, just like you said, you don't have to be the greatest artist. Some of, most of the ones I've seen, especially these like monkey ones, they got these
Bored Ape Yacht Club.
what they call gorillas. Wait, Housewives of Atlanta. So it was Housewives of Gorilla or Gorilla Housewives or some stupid something. And they have different ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
They ugly. And it's like, I don't understand
Most
why.
of most of the time, what it is if the what's most of the time what the collection usually is a person takes one character and then they just take that character and accessorize it differently. So like it doesn't the
No, that's
character
not my
doesn't.
question. I
I know.
understand that.
I was
But
getting there.
why would I want to buy it? Why, if this 7,000, 70,000, why do I feel like I want it? Why are people just buying it to
So,
trade?
well, some of it is buying it to trade. Some of but it's also based off of who's selling it. It's when the first thought process of it was for a way for an artist to get their work out and then continue to get paid. Because like the one of the draws to NFTs is that it's on the blockchain, and basically what the blockchain does is it records the selling of it. So now it's there in perpetuity. So that now it always be tracked on who owns it, who created it, who owned it first. And so what most NFTs come with is a smart contract. All of them don't have it. All of them don't have white papers and things, but some of them they come with a smart contract. And what that smart contract says is, say if I'm the one who created it, and say I created it and Jay buys it, and he buys it for $300, right? In that smart contract is put in how much of a percentage I get off of it from there. Use
Yeah.
I
So you
think the
get
top ten
residuals.
percent.
Yeah, there's a royalty attached to it. So
Right.
every time that piece of artwork is sold, the creator gets a royalty off of it. So the creator puts it out on the blockchain. The blockchain basically keeps a permanent record that can't be deleted or altered by any human at all. This record basically makes sure that every time that piece of artwork is sold, that the creator gets their royalty, as well as other fees that are attached in the within the crypto space as well.
So I
But
have
that,
two questions.
yes,
But go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
no, go ahead. You know,
So the first question would be, so I understand if I'm an artist, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
might be drawing or whatever, doing my paintings, and I sell it. That's just a one-time thing. But now if I do it in NFTs, right? I'm continually getting paid. If they auction it or if they keep selling it, I'm gonna keep getting paid off of it.
yeah.
But for the person that's buying it, like say if I buy art, I want to hang it on my wall. But if I buy it in an NFT, what good is it for me?
So what you can do is there's multiple ways you can display this art. There are obviously you got digital frames. They got all kind of they got TVs that look like picture frames now. You can display your art on those as well as when the metaverse is established and created. Well technically you can do it now. People are buying land in the metaverse, and then you'll also be able to buy houses or whatever, and you'll be able to display your artwork in within the metaverse in your home. It sounds crazy. Trust me, I was against it all. But once you see companies like Nike, Adidas, um, there's so many big companies that are investing into this stuff that it's almost like you kind of gotta. It sounds crazy because we're so far away from it, but once it becomes the norm, like think about this. Have you ever seen the movie Ready Player One?
Never
No.
heard of it.
Okay.
So it's like a video
Okay,
game, basically, and I can
but
just
okay,
furnish my own
wait.
house in this
It's
other
more to it than
universe that
that.
I can't live in.
Okay, it's more to it than that also though, because you have to realize with NFTs now come, it also comes with back. I'm guessing I'm gonna say backdoor tech that you can also do because there are other things that are involved. So like say some of the companies say, okay, like we'll say us, say opinionated, we get us our NFT and we get it out. We can you get attach different things to it. It's not just the fact that they own that one piece of artwork we did, but that's also like a key for other things that we say. So you can say like anybody, the people who have this NFT, they are allowed to come. We're gonna do a live show in Tokyo or whatever. And if you're one of the ones who have our NFT, that's basically your ticket to go in. It can be once you get this NFT, we gonna launch a hoodie line or whatever, you know what I'm saying? There's just different things that you attach to it also. it's more than just saying I own this digital piece of art. Right now, the most part is I own this digital piece of artwork from an artist that is very big, and it's a collection of it. That right now is the phase is because it's more of a trading thing, a collecting thing, a collector's items thing with that, because of the people who are involved with it and the following that those people have. So,
yeah, and it kind of piggyback off of what you were saying initially. Basically, what he was speaking of is called a roadmap. So if you start to do your research and you see anything called a roadmap, basically what it is it'll tell you that at each milestone. So that normally with NFTs, they come out with about 9,999 different pieces of art. And what the roadmap will do is it'll explain after we've sold X amount. These are the basically achievements that you unlock, or the different tiers of awards that you would unlock. So, like you said, there's the biggest one right now, I believe, is the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and the reason why they cost so much, there's the cheapest one that you can purchase is $136,000, and the reason that they cost so much is because that NFT is tied to real life things. So you get to go to parties with people like all the other holders, and some of their holders are Steph Curry, there's a lot of rappers, a lot of actors, some boxers. There's just a lot of famous people, and having that NFT will actually gain you access to be around these people. There's a ton of other perks that people tie to these, but that should probably explain to you why people would want to buy something like that.
My second question: if I was to create my own, is this still kind of like, in order for people to buy it, is this like a popularity thing, or still it
yes.
would be like me having a clothing line? I still got to get it in front of people and make people want it.
I think so. What it is when if we say we do opinionated, we're going to create an opinionated NFT. What we want to do, and it's a lot of the promotion is basically done through social media, Instagram,
Discord,
Twitter, your website, and Discord. So we'd have to create that. Once we've created that, we'd have to basically build some momentum behind the project, because obviously if nobody's paying attention to it, it's not going to be worth anything. So yes, you'd want to build some momentum behind your project, and once you've got enough momentum behind your project, you can start to what a lot of them do to get people into their project is they'll do giveaways. So, and a lot of their giveaways are like shit that maybe we wouldn't be able to do at this moment, but if we were bigger, we'd be able to do. But a lot of the giveaways are like, oh, we'll give away $10,000 to the person that can invite the most people to our server, or the person that can, if you keep you change your profile picture to one of our NFTs, to pick a screenshot of one of our NFTs, and put it in your post. Basically, it's almost like marketing. It's marketing basically through your supporters. So there's a lot of ways that you can use to build the momentum, but yes, you'd have to create some type of push behind you, because obviously if nobody knows about the project, nobody's gonna want to invest.
So now we also have to know that, just to give out information real quick, NFTs are purchased with cryptocurrency. You can't send them $10 out your pocket, $200. There are different blockchains. Right now, the most popular one is say it, Jay.
Ethereum.
There you go.
Cryptos, yeah. So you got
Urethra.
Ethereum. There you go.
Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two biggest at the moment. And to put that in perspective, Bitcoin today is $48,000, and Ethereum one Bitcoin is $48,000. One Ethereum is $4,000. So you see the gap between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Ethereum is on the rise because majority, not all, but the majority of NFTs are sold through Ethereum. I have not seen any NFTs to this point, and I'm not saying that I'm 100% accurate in the saying this, just that I haven't seen them that are require Bitcoin in the transaction. Majority
Bitcoin is not one that I've seen, obviously, because I've been looking. I've seen a couple of, because Ethereum has a gas fee. There's one that doesn't have, it's a fee that it doesn't have a fee period.
That's not 100% accurate. So whenever you're purchasing anything on the blockchain, you're gonna have to pay gas fees. Gas fees are basically what keeps the blockchain running.
But I thought you can have free gas fees.
You can. It's
It's
gas fees.
you know what
It's
I mean.
possible, but for the most part, it's almost gas fee is basically you can look at it as your tax. The only thing with that is gas fees fluctuate like by the second, so you can like right now it's 8.39. I can purchase an NFT and the gas fee may be $25. At 8.40 when I go to purchase, the gas fee could be $300. It just depends on one, how much the NFT is that you're purchasing, and two, how many people are actually in the
blockchain.
Are actually on the blockchain.
How many computers are actually pumping to get it out onto the blockchain?
Yeah. So and it also depends on if any big projects are coming out at that time too. If any really big projects are coming out, 9 times out of 10 your gas fees are going to be really high. And the problem with that is there is no regulation on the gas fee. So your gas fees could be as low as $20. They can be as high as 1,500. You know what I mean? So,
but what OpenSea has done for people too. Now the thing is, you don't pay gas fees until you mint your NFT, and what mint basically means is to what's the easiest way to say it?
Buy it directly from the seller, basically.
Okay.
It's basically directly from
the seller before it goes in. But what OpenSea allows you to do now is you don't have to pay the gas fee until it's minted. A lot of when it first started, you were paying the gas fee as soon as you posted it in there. But now they're allowing it. I mean, where you don't have to gas fee can be actually rolled in, because what was happening to some people, I guess, especially since it got big, they were coming up with their NFTs, putting them on the platform, and since they couldn't pay the gas fees at that point, it would never get minted, or it wouldn't even be. It wouldn't be open for somebody it wouldn't be published, so anybody can get to it. But now with OpenSea, because OpenSea is the biggest platform right now for NFTs to search them. So now, but they allow you to post it on there, and then
that's people creating. That's for creatives.
OpenSea, you can post and you can also purchase. But
I mean like gas fees. Are they like gas fees? Like if I create one, I have a gas fee, but I can do it on OpenSea where whoever buys it pays that gas fee, right?
No, when it's being uploaded, I'm not 100% sure how it works as far as the creators, but whenever you're purchasing, you're gonna pay a gas fee unless there's
that's what I read
promotion within the. I don't know 100% about creators, so I can get back to you on that one. But I do know when you're purchasing,
that's what I read.
There's a gas fee to mint, but that can be rolled into the purchase fee. Is what I'm saying.
And I do want to say that I do understand that this is a lot of information, and we're probably talking fast, and it's only because we know a little bit about what we're saying, and we really just want to spark you guys to kind of do your own research and just get involved, because I don't think out of everybody on this, I'm pretty sure if we all get involved, one of us will hit it. You know what I mean? One of us, maybe two of us, will. It'll spark.
We'll find the right project. One or two will maybe find the right project to get behind, and we can share that information. Because now, what's going to happen is, Jamarcus going to keep searching tonight for projects. I'm going to first inspire. I'll probably actually do a lot of research this week because, like I say, I'll be in Mississippi. And I won't have as much work to go on to do, so I'll have enough time to be in front of the computer, and we'll start just sharing that information with you. I mean, we would hate for people. The thing about cryptocurrency right now is the reason. Ethereum hasn't probably blew up as much as Bitcoin is because once Bitcoin blew up so fast, everybody thought, oh, damn, I missed it. And I can't really get into it. And now people are edging into cryptos, but they're looking for everything else. And everybody trying to find the next Bitcoin, the one that's going to blow up just like that. Whereas with NFTs, we don't want you to miss the thing where it's like 2 years from now, it's like, oh, I should have done, or I should have. Because in 2 years, I think it's going to be stabilized, whereas it's going to have a clear direction of where it's going. Right now, we're still trying to find this lane. Right now, the thing with NFT, even though it's been around for 7 years, 7 years, even though it's been around that time, it's still right now just trying to find its lane. Because what happened is, them years prior, it was on a slow roll. At the top of this year, it was NFT. The market was at like 2 billion, I think they said, and like by last month, it's up to $8-9 billion. That's the industry for NFTs right now. So it's starting to gain more traction. And I would like the people who will at least be around us or rock with us to at least look into it. Not to say you might decide it ain't for you, because like it's the same thing they tell you. Most millionaires are made with the stock market or real estate. And even though people know that, they still don't deal with those two factors because they figure, you know what I'm saying, it's something that they can't do. And it might be the same with NFTs. I mean, but we would at least like you to have the information, at least like for you to take a look at it and make sure that it's something that you don't want to get involved in, because it's not an easy search. It's not as easy as picking an NFT and grabbing it. I mean, it's easy to do it to hold for yourself, but if you're trying to look at it to kind of set yourself up for future, for your finances, it's a lot of research. You have to do a lot of research before you buy it. You want to look into it. You need to see who's behind it, what their roadmap is, how many people are really following them. You know what I'm saying? What's the buzz around them? You want to check websites for them. It's a lot of things you want to do before you just jump in and buy one. If you're looking at it to make money with it. Now, if you're looking at it because you want to be a collector and you just want to have things, then it's totally different how you look at it.
What I can also do is, if you're not motivated or not fully interested or don't think like, oh, this is for me, I can myself or one of us within the group will post some of the YouTube pages that I follow, as well as some of the Instagram pages that I follow, but specifically the YouTube pages I follow, because a lot of the people that are making the big bucks off of this are high schoolers. Think about this. 17, 18-year-olds turning $400 into $40,000 just like that. So if they can do the shit, I'm pretty sure everybody on this page is smart enough to figure it out and get it done too. So that is, I don't know if that price is
that depends. It fluctuates because that 120 is basically your gas fee. So it could be 120 right now. It could be $30 in 30 seconds after that. It can be 120,000. I mean, that's the gas fee. So it fluctuates. It's not a set price to mint anything.
Yeah, the gas price
constantly changes. Yeah, it's constantly changing.
Constantly changes.
Yeah, that's why they allow you to kind of mint without it. I mean, not mint, but I'm sorry, you can't mint without the gas fee. But that's why they allow you to mint it at the sale, like when you have a sale for it. And that way you can roll that in there. So, but it's not a constant, it's not a consistent price. So it's not like they say, oh, gas fee gonna be 120, and then it's just like that. No, it doesn't even last. It doesn't even last like an hour, I think, with the same.
It don't last 5 minutes. I'm telling you, I was literally going to purchase an NFT, and this is actually something that happens with people a lot. When you purchase, and this is also something that you got to understand. As I stated earlier, Ethereum is $4,000. You don't need $4,000 to purchase any of this stuff. You can purchase into Ethereum, so you can purchase points of it. You can Google Ethereum to US dollars, and it'll show you the percentage of whatever you want it to be, and it'll convert it to US dollars. So it'll tell you if you want to purchase 0.08% of Ethereum, it'll convert that into dollars and tell you exactly how much that is. So if you're just say, for instance, you're looking on OpenSea and you see something that you're interested in, and that project, the floor price basically means the cheapest price of it at that time is 0.08 Ethereum.
Okay.
You can go into that, plug that number in, and you can get that US dollar amount. The problem is, because people don't understand that you also need to cover your gas fees, they'll go and put that whatever it is dollar amount, we'll just say for the sake of easy math, and this is not 100% accurate, so don't take this as 0.08 Ethereum is $300, but they'll take that $300 and think that they're going to be able to purchase that NFT, and they haven't taken into account the gas prices, so your transaction won't go through. So that's something else that you should be aware of whenever you go to mint. If you see the price of the NFT, you should put a little bit more on it just to make sure you got your gas prices covered.
I think everybody should, even if you're looking at doing NFTs, I think everybody should also be looking into doing some type of cryptocurrency also. I think everybody should be
hand in hand, you can't, they go hand in hand. You can't, obviously you can't buy NFTs. You can't buy NFTs without
but without, see what I mean investing in crypto, even if the fact of just to be into that realm, because you can always just, if you see an NFT, you can always just go get the Ethereum right then, and go into it. It's harder, but I mean, you can always just go and try to get Ethereum at that point. to do
Oh,
it.
before you finish, I also want to state we are not giving financial advice. So take this with a grain of salt. What we're telling you is you need to do your own research and make the best decision for you. I am not telling you to dump your money in the NFTs. I'm not telling you to dump your money in the crypto. Research it, see if it's for you. Um, what
And
we
then dump your money in it.
what we did was found something interesting to us. It was right now it's a soft market. It's something that I believe it's the floor. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I know everybody. $300 is not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things, but I know a lot of us don't have just $300 laying around. So if you're going to invest, you want to make sure that investment, you want to make sure that your money is going to something that you're really invested in. So, with that being said, we are not giving financial advice. Do not say opinionated told me to go and dump all my money in the NFTs. That is not what we're saying. What we're saying is let us spark you to do some research and understand the train before you miss it.
Well, I'm thinking about doing that. I know a couple artists. We got a couple who've been in the comments, so I think probably should do some things too. So I might have to just bounce around.
I'm gonna draw some. It ain't gotta be cute.
And you know what? That's 100% true. If I would like to say, everybody who thinks that it has to be like the most illustrious thing in the world, search Gary V Friends NFTs. You will see the dumbest shit you've ever seen in your life. But these things are selling for crazy amounts of money. One of the pictures looks like my 1-year-old daughter drew it.
The thing is, he has such a big following that it didn't matter what Gary Vee. He could have came out with just a straight line and said that was his NFT. You know what I'm saying? And people was gonna gravitate toward it because also, if you follow Gary Vee, you understand the roadmap is probably more than what I haven't looked at his NFT, but I'm pretty sure there's probably some back end to it also. I think that's that's going to become the most important part of the NFTs in the future. Right now, because I haven't looked into any other white papers for them. I've just been going through looking to see how they look and what people have been coming up with. So I haven't checked out any people's roadmaps or anything to see if they have anything hooked to it or if they have any other tech that's hooked to it.
Yes. So the one that Offset is attached to is called Apes in Space. What they've been doing is they started their minting process 2 days ago. They had 9,999 NFTs. And I believe after every 2,000 to 3,000 sold, they were giving away $100,000. Not only that, once all of that, well, they actually just sold out today. 2 days from today, they're going to do the reveal, so you'll see exactly which avatar you get, which is also something that you need to be aware of. When you buy into these projects, you don't know what you're going to get until after everything is sold, and then they do the reveal, and you'll get a number for whichever one of your like a number, 1 through 9,999, or however many pieces they have in their collection. Yours may be the rarest one in the collection. Yours may be the most common in the collection. And when I say by most common, all of them are unique, but as Lavelle said earlier, they're accessorized different. And the one that could be the most rare is something that this one may have the only accessory of glasses or the only accessory of having a black beard or whatever the hell it is. It's something about that one that makes it one of one. But with regards to the Apes in Space one, also what Offset is doing is he's going
to be taking somebody to space.
I'm sorry, not Offset, Takeoff. Yeah, they take it. He gonna take somebody to space on a space trip with him as well. So one of the 9,999 people will also get to go to space bound. So that's something to get.
You mean like on a rocket and going to space?
Yes, like
Jeff Bezos
did it. Yeah. Well, they say Jeff Bezos didn't really go to space, but Elon said that. But that's a story for another day. But those are also some of the reasons why people would want to get involved in your project. Now, granted, that sounds like outlandish for a normal person. It's like, I don't fucking know Offset. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Takeoff. I don't know.
It's just going to space though. That's the draw.
Yeah. Either way, it's like, how the fuck I'm gonna pay to get to space? You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to go to no space.
And well, I mean, true, but yeah. So like the normal person would be like, yeah, what else can I do? You know, you'd have to figure out a different way to create your roadmap to get people excited about your project. But yeah, those are some of the things that's going.
Real question before we
Real
get out of
question?
here.
Okay.
I mean, another question. Sorry. So I know we're just speaking on the um what is it?
NFT.
The NFTs, but we're talking about the avatars, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
the artwork basically,
yeah,
because it can
So
be anything. It can be a circle.
that's
I
what
seen
I
some
was gonna
just
say.
there.
I've seen some that say you can have like music.
yes.
Yep.
And I
How does
actually,
that work?
Tory Lanez.
so I actually own three. Okay, so backtrack. I believe it was about 2 or 3 months ago. Tory Lanez had a project that he put out specifically through this this NFT site. I forget the name of it, but he sold his album. It's only streaming through this site. You can't pull it. You can't download it from the site. It'll never be on Spotify, Apple, or any other streaming site. It's only there. He had 1 million of them. He sold them for $1. So there's 1 million of these projects. You were able to purchase however many you could within that small window time. I was able to get 3 of them. And I believe up to date, the most expensive one I think that was sold was like 65 grand.
So I
So
have a question. So if this is your album, how 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 can the ones that you bought be like itself different from everything else? Are
well,
you the only one with that song?
no. So in this particular, with regards to music, the uniqueness is the fact that this won't be on any other streaming platform. You can only get it if you hold the token to listen to this album. So
Okay.
the album isn't unique to each individual holder. It's just unique to that specific streaming platform, and it won't ever be anywhere else. So, prime example: if anything goes left with this Meg and Tory Lanez thing, the price of those albums are going to shoot up. If anything ever happens to Tory Lanez, the price of these albums are going to go up because one, people for some reason are drawn to tragedy. Two, um, for some odd reason, whenever something bad happens to somebody, for some reason you can profit off of it quite a bit. So, like I said, the uniqueness of that particular project, and I would believe it would be until probably another smarter artist comes along, is the fact that it's just streaming on that one particular platform. But
Okay.
I right now hold 3 of those albums, so
I
I'm
thought
just
he sold each song as a NFT.
no, just the album. It's the album as a whole for $1. So think about this: he made $1 million just by selling his album for $1 on this streaming platform. So, and he's also gonna get a royalty every time that album.
Every time that album gets sold.
And
So like Jay got 3 of them. If he sell one of them tomorrow for $30, Tory gonna get at least 3.
yeah, and the thing about that is you set the price. So if I go in there and say I want $1 million for this, and somebody buys it for $1 million, he's gonna get whatever the royalty is tied to um, that album. He's gonna get that royalty off of whatever sold.
Yeah.
So the platform that you putting this stuff on, do you have to pay like a monthly fee or do they get a cut of whatever you make? How
They
does
get a
that
cut
work?
off of each sale. So every time something is sold, the platform gets there's a fee for the platform. I forget what it's called. Excuse me. You got a royalty fee. So like if I sold it for $1 million, I'm not gonna pocket $1 million, obviously. You got the platform's fee, the artist royalty, and I believe there's some other little fees attached to it.
Well, I mean, like Tory Lanez, not like what you would pay. I'm talking about like Tory Lanez. He put his music on here, sold it for $1, only had 1 million. What is he paying to have it on this platform? He has to pay to have it on there.
Paying nothing because one, this is a platform that nobody knew about prior to him throwing his album on there. They just get a cut of each time that the album is sold in their market. So him putting it there was promotion for them for people to get there. So now every time that album is sold, they get a percentage off of however much that album was sold for.
Right. So he's not from him,
Not from
from
him, but
you.
from the sale. Right. So if so like say for instance, I sold the album to you for $50,000. They get a cut of that 50,000. He gets a cut of that 50,000. So it's basically a mutual you know.
Okay. But if I was to create an album and do it that way, I would have to pay them for doing it.
Maybe, but that would all just be within your negotiation, I would think, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's a space, like I said, that I feel like we should be a lot more proactive than we've been in the past with regards to white people telling us this gonna make you some money. I think at this point we need to listen because there's a lot more of them that listened early and made it big. And I'm not saying that you're gonna get rich overnight off this, but it's something that I believe that if not anything, you should at least research.
I think everybody should research it. If nothing else, you should research it, and then hopefully that'll at least spark you to start into crypto or at least into the stock market some way. Because, excuse me, in order to make a decent amount of money for your family, it got to be something outside of going to a 9 to 5. That's usually
my personal thought. Sorry to cut you off there. My personal thought, and I've been doing that a lot. The show, I do want to apologize, but I be passionate about shit. So, but I do. This is my personal opinion. I believe within the next 20 to 25 years, we'll start to see the physical currency start to dip.
I don't care. 25 years, I ain't gonna care what the physical currency is.
I don't think there will be much physical currency, if any. If you guys have been paying attention, you notice that there was a coin shortage earlier this year, right? The U.S. is always saying that we running out of money. We ain't got no money. You know what I mean? So eventually, physical currency is gonna go away. I'm not saying that your debit cards won't be useful or anything like that, but eventually.
China already, you see, they got that Bitcoin debit card they've been pushing out every other week. You see that there, and I think the thing is with the U.S., I think they're just looking for a way to regulate cryptocurrency. Once they really figure out a way to regulate it.
So that's another thing. So they figured out how to tax crypto, which is also something that you should be aware of. So I'm sorry, not crypto. Well, crypto, yeah, even NFTs. So you were one of the people that purchased Bitcoin back when it was $500. You pay a tax on when you bought it. If you made any money off of that, so that crypto that went from $500 to $48,000, you get taxed again off of what you made from that too. So you're gonna get taxed twice if you make money off of it.
Yeah. So, but with that, we're gonna leave y'all with that. Hopefully, y'all go and do some investigation on your own. If y'all ever, if it's something else that we said that you're not clear about and you want us to clarify it, you can shoot us a message on our Facebook page. You can shoot us an email. It's opinionatedpodcast@gmail.com. If it's something you want us to talk about, you can shoot us an email there. We're probably gonna give you a couple of updates on things that we got going on because we're looking to get into the NFT space. So I got some ideas. I know Jay probably got an idea too. I don't know what Nicole doing over there. Look like she's mixing the eggs or something. But
I was wondering if we were sharing any of our housekeeping stuff this week, or we gonna wait till next week.
Next week.
Okay.
Unless y'all want to, like you wanted to share it with the new year and stuff.
Yeah. I was wondering. Okay, so just a heads up, we are going to be switching the day that we actually go live. We envision 2022 being a bigger year for us, as well as understanding that people are starting to get more and more comfortable with being outside. We do understand that Fridays won't necessarily be the best day to have the show once people really get comfortable with life as it is now. So we're going to be moving the show to Wednesdays. The plan is to keep it at the same time, but we figured Wednesday would be a better suited day for us to go live and still keep the audience that we have once the world starts to open up a little bit more. What else am I missing?
That was really that was the one thing. Everything else we got to put it into motion before we start telling.
Okay. So keep that on your calendars. The first of after this month. Oh, also Christmas. The Christmas show we'll be doing that one a little earlier. I can't.
And it won't be live.
It won't be live.
It'll be a recorded show.
Okay, I apologize. Forgive me. It won't be a live show, but it's gonna go up on that Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My apologies. Sorry. Yeah, so look for us at the top of the year.
That's the 5th.
Yes. So there won't be a Friday show. We'll actually get a short week because I believe we're going to record on New Year's Eve, and then you'll get another show from us that follow on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll be back live that following Wednesday.
Yeah, so just some small housekeeping stuff for you guys to keep in mind. Wednesdays will be the new show days. Showtime will stay the same. We'll make sure that we
February 5th, 2022.
Yeah, we'll be sure to post on the page, Instagram, Facebook as well, to keep you guys reminded. So I think that's all. With that said, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Lavelle?
I'm out.
Nicole?
Yeah. I just want to say I really, really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I love the engagement.
We only really appreciate you. She really.
I want you guys to continue to be kind to one another. Don't be food snobs. Let people have their well done steaks. Love you. Peace.
Peace.